है। इसी के साथ में हम कचौरा भी बनाएंगे। कचौरा के लिए उड़द की दाल को हम क्या करेंगे, इसमें खाली ये डाल करके ये उड़द की दाल इसमें ली और इसमें हम सब मसाला डाल देंगे। वील पुट ब्लैक पेपर एंड क्लोव्स एंड फेनल एंड कोरिएंडर सीड्स। उसको मोटा मोटा पीस लिया और इसमें मिला दिया और थोड़ा सा नमक भी डाल दिया। Put a little salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. So it's one of the huge source of minerals for you, unlike the other table salt which is just sodium chloride. So in this I'll also put just 2 teaspoons of oil. What we do, we just put it on. We are going to pre-boil this a little bit and we'll kind of steam it until it ticks. When it ticks, you turn it off. Then we will grind it in the food processor and then we'll fill it. We'll come to that detail of that in a little bit. अब कचौरे के आटे के लिए हमने मैदा लिया और मैदा में हमने 2 कप मैदा में 1/4 कप तेल डालेंगे। तेल थोड़ा सा आटे में तो डलता है पर बाद में हम डीप फ्राई नहीं करते। So with my hands I am making this little bit coarsely, like you should be able to make a fist, a kind of ball out of it. You need that much oil in this and we'll need hot water to make the dough. थोड़ा सा idea हो जाता है. If you want to measure this warm water, this will be 1/4 cup of warm water. I just did it by my estimation, but you gradually add water to it until you form a soft dough that you can kind of roll with your hands. I'll go make I'll crush this cooled dal in food processor along with some adrak and hara dhania and hari mirchi और फिर हम उन्हें उसमें डो का जो ये हमने बना रखा है डो इसमें भरेंगे. Okay, so now we are ready to make our kachoras. The dough that I made, remember? So I broke it in 6 small pieces, or are they 7? 7 small pieces. And today we'll make a smaller version of kachora so that we can, like it's not as little as kachori and as not as big as kachora. Traditional kachoras are the size about 9 inches wide, and then I always don't like breaking and eating them. So when I make kachoras, I make them little smaller. The ball should be, roughly speaking, same size as the ball of the dough. Then it tastes good. So normally we don't put salt in the dal क्योंकि दाल से पानी छूट जाता है. The dal becomes little soggy, so we cannot get a firm kachora like this. But today we put this because we are doing it right away. We are not doing it too long, for holding it for too long. Normally you make a ball like this of everything in dal except salt. और salt यहाँ पे जैसे ये दाल थोड़ा सा बिखरा हुआ है, spray salt like that and then just roll it like this gently. And then you put that thing in the next thing that you make a little flat tortilla, encase it. इसकी थोड़ी सी इसको पैक कर दिया. Pack the lentil ball with the dough sheet, so to say. नहीं तो कचौरी की तरह इसको कर दिया और इनके ये ऐसे फ्लैट बना दिए. And if you want to roll it with a pin, you can. I just press it down with my hand to make it little flat. So it becomes like a, roughly speaking 4-inch diameter disc. This is the size I like because then each person can get one of her or his whole kachora. So it looks like this, like the dal is showing a little bit on top. And then you take a little fork and make a little holes like this so it would not puff up. It should fry flat. If it puffs up, then it doesn't become crisp. Now we are frying. So for frying, we have to keep the temperature high. So it is at 450 degrees and still blinking. So we will let it become steady, and then we'll put these kachoras in there to fry without oil. So now I'm going to put my first kachora in there on the side like this. I'm going to line up 3 more right here and cook it for roughly speaking 6 minutes, and we'll check how it's doing. Time to turn and flip them over and see how they're doing. Looking good. Nicely brown and toasted. So we will toast it just for 6 more minutes on the other side at 450 degrees. सुंदर सुंदर सुनहरे सुनहरे हो गए, कुरकुरे हो गए हैं. खाकर देखेंगे तो इन्हें डीप फ्राई करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. जितना तेल अपने पास था और ये इसमें बेक हो जाता है, अंदर होता है, तो इट्स लाइक अ स्मॉल oven, so it bakes and it cooks. We do not have to bake it in deep fry. And then one more tip I wanted to give you about the dal, the filling that we made so much because if we put very little lentils, enough just to make 7 kachoras in that utensil, it doesn't cook well because that 360 degree heat does not work. The top heat does not work, so it does not cook so evenly. So I make a lot of filling and then I use it to stuff my parathas and other stuff, and I can also freeze it for next batch of kachora.